Today we'll study about social norms. It is one of the important sociological concepts. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to understand what are norms, the definition of norms, characteristics, types, and we will also discuss some questions. So let us begin. According to H.M. Johnson, who is expected by whom to do what or refrain from doing what or in what circumstances is a social norm. So we'll break this definition and understand what he meant. Who is expected by whom to do what? That means the society expects the people to behave in a certain way, to act in a certain way. Now the definition goes, or refrain from doing what? The society also tells the people to not do certain things for which they can be punished, or in what circumstances. The society also tells us what to do in what situation. So, this is called a social norm. It is a set of behavior, standards of behavior. They guide, control, and predict human behavior. They conform to community expectations of behavior. This is known as degree of conformity. How much people are able to abide by the uh, control and guide and set of standards given by the society. It is the pattern which sets limits on individual behavior. Okay, it tells you what to do and what not to do. So, in short, norms are nothing but the blueprints for behavior. An example can be, we are told from the childhood that young children must obey the elderly people. So, if you're not doing it, the society is going to punish you. If you're going to do it, the society is going to reward you, because then you are conforming to the expectations of society. So, this term norms was coined by Sherif M. in his book The Psychology of Social Norms, which was published in 1936. He defined norms as the common standards of ideas. That means everybody adheres to it, everybody comes to an agreement that yes, these should be the standards of how people should behave in certain situations. Okay, norms are the guides to conduct, and they are expected to exist in every society. They are nothing but set of behavior expectations and also the cultural image of how people should act. So they are known as standards of group behavior. It does not imply on just one person or a certain person, but on everybody in the society. We should also note that these are not just the expected ways of acting, but also feeling, and therefore it is the foundation of social structure. If we conform to the norms, the social structure remains in balance. Now, moving ahead, we look at one definition given by Young and Mack. They said that norms refer to the group shared expectations, the rules that guide behavior in everyday situations, and are derived from value. The value and culture of the society, they determine the guiding behavior. A norm is a rule or standard that governs our conduct in the social situation in which we participate. So we come to different situations, we come across different roles and situations in our everyday life, and a norm tells us how to act in those situations. Moving ahead, characteristics of social norms. So they are universal in nature because they are present in all kinds of society, they are there in every society. Related to factual order, they incorporate value judgments. They are relative to situations and groups as well. They are not always obeyed by all, and in such cases, the people are punished. They vary with sanctions, and they are internalized by people. They are internalized in the sense that we have been told from our childhood that in such situations we should act like this, we should refrain from a few things. So these becomes values, and they become a part of us, so therefore they are internalized by us. So when we talk about norms, there are two types of norms. First is personal or private norms. So these kind of norms are purely individual in nature and they reside within the individuals only. They influence the behavior of the individuals. For example, if I make a resolution on New Year's Day that I'll stick to a certain diet or I'll start to learn something new, perhaps a new language. So this is my resolution and it influences my behavior. So they are individual in nature. And the second one is social norms. Social or operative social norms, these are backed by sanctions. That means there is an order which is present in the society and the individuals have to abide by that. The violation of such norms, they invite penalties, and those who conform to it are who do not conform to it, they are reported. So there is a system of punishment and rewards. For the good deeds, you are going to get rewarded, and for the bad deeds, you are going to get punished. So I hope you were able to understand what are social norms. We'll do some questions now. Question number one: a norm is a specific guide to action. We are told what to do, when to do, and how to do, and they guide our behavior. Second question: norms are enforced by positive and negative sanction. Positive and negative sanction mean that when we do the right thing at the right time, there's a reward for it. And when we do the wrong thing, we get punished for it. So, this is known as positive and negative sanction. The last question is: every culture contains a large number of guidelines which direct conduct in a particular situation. Such guidelines are known as norms. It is very important to understand that norms are there in every society and they conduct each and everybody's um, behavior. They act as a set of rules, guideline, and are a blueprint of expected behavior in the society. So that's it. Thank you for watching.